Boys and girls, Chelsea fellow brethren, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Guys, let's talk about today's news. The first player that we're going to talk about is Levi Colwill. I don't know what is going on, whether it's due to Gen X or what have you. But the bottom line is, gone are the days where being born and raised as a Chelsea player, walking your way through the academy at Cobham. Gone are those days where that used to be, something seen with pride, where you can work your way as a Chelsea youth player and work your way all the way up to the Chelsea first team and wear that Chelsea blue, kiss that badge proudly at the bridge. I mean, those days are over. And guys, we just saw that with Mason Mount, who practically, strung us along for years during Roman's time and during Bowley's time until the very bitter end where he finally ended up forcing the sale, right? Otherwise, he's going to go on a free, right? Because you all best believe that Chelsea didn't start making efforts a lot earlier than with 1 year to go to extend Mason Mount's contract. And so, why am I talking about Mount? Because I know y'all are going to be like, oh Lord, not Mason Mount again. But no, this is not a Mason Mount video. This is a Levi Colwill video, because what this right here feels like a little bit of shades of Mason Mount in that, again, we have a Chelsea Academy product, a promising Chelsea Academy product. Their club is again making efforts to extend the player's contract. The player only has 2 years left on his contract. In the time being, the club that he was sent out on loan to has been making just all sorts of sending all sorts of direct messages and signals about the fact that they want to buy Levi Colwill on a permanent deal. Notwithstanding the fact that Todd Bowley and Chelsea management have pretty much said, heck no, Levi Colwill is not for sale. These Brighton keeps making efforts to try and sell him, and the player himself, Colwill is not helping matters, right? He's not helping matters, because based on reports today, it appears that Levi is pretty much sent message that, listen, I have no interest in staying at Chelsea unless Mauricio Pochettino is going to guarantee me minutes as a starting center back at Chelsea. Now, I mean, this is just crazy. This is crazy, guys, because why would you first of all, why are you going to say that, right? Why? It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for a professional, any kind of professional, before you even arrive on ground, to basically give an ultimatum to your manager and say, listen, I'm not coming unless you guarantee that you're going to start me. That makes no sense, period. And it doesn't make sense whether you're a pro player. It definitely makes less sense when you're only 20 years old of a player who just broke into Brighton's first 11 in the second half of the season. Because make no mistake about it, Levi Colwill was on the bench for most of the first half of last season. Let's all not try and make it seem like Colwill just rolled literally from Chelsea's academy team and was automatically inserted as an everyday starter at Brighton, picking up 90 minutes week in week out. That's not what it was. Go and look at his stats, and look at his appearance statistics, right? So that just doesn't make sense. And then the other reason why it does not make sense is the fact that you have to be blind not to have seen that Todd Bowley has offloaded a whole bunch of players, and one of the key players that played in the position of Levi Colwell is Koulibaly, right? Koulibaly was a left center back, and he's been sold to Saudi Arabia. It's a done deal. The ink has already dried on the contract. He's been packaged out to Saudi. So as of right now, we currently have Badashile, who is currently injured as we speak. I mean, the young man is not even fit to even play football. How is he going to challenge you for your shirt, for your minutes, Levi Colwell? How is he going to? How is Badashile going to come off the treatment table right now and basically out play you? So you can X him out for now. Then you have Thiago Silva, who is almost 40 years, and definitely this is Thiago Silva's last year at Chelsea. This is Thiago Silva's last season at Chelsea. And Levi, you're only 20 years old. You're going to tell me that you're afraid of Silva? And then the other player that he would compete against is Wesley Fofana. But Wesley plays on the right, so he's not necessarily in direct competition against Wesley. Then you have Trevor, who is a utility player. I mean, Trevor doesn't really care if he starts or if he's on the bench. Trevor's not the kind of player that gives any manager any ultimatum. So in reality, if you sit down and break it down, if you're Levi Colwell, the only players that in this is little rant, talking about you must give me guaranteed minutes. It's literally, in reality, over the next 12 months, we're only talking about Fofana and Badashile. That's it. If you're Levi. And of that, Fofana and Badashile is literally just for Fofana, who doesn't play in your role, and then plus obviously Thiago Silva, who again only has 1 year left. So there was absolutely no need to give some kind of ultimatum, right? Unless, of course, if there's something that's sinister at play, right? Like if you just like Mason Mount saying, oh, I mean, I want to be felt. I don't feel loved. I don't feel like I'm an important part of the team, and so on and so forth. What the heck does that even mean in this day and age? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what is going on. But but that's what Mr. Mount told us, and that's how he complained and cried like a baby until eventually he was sold to Man. He eventually forced the sale to Man U. And so if you gonna come up with some kind of subjective metric, right, that nobody can fulfill, quote unquote. I mean, I want to feel like I'm an important part of the project. I don't know what that means. The way you become an important part of the project is by your performance and productivity on the football field, and nothing more, nothing less. It's not on the pages of Twitter, and it sure as heck is not through your agent. So that's so you all guys already know how I feel about this Levi Colwill news. Today. I mean, Levi is a talented defender. I just feel like he's just put his head down, come into the club. He's going to start unless by God's grace he stays fit. Especially England is doing well in the Euros under 21. They just won today against Portugal 1-0. So they have qualified for the I believe the semi-finals. So we're just hoping and praying that he stays fit, he doesn't get injured, and if he's fit, he's gonna start. So all this ultimatum is just much ado about nothing, unless you weren't planning to extend your contract regardless of whether you start or not. And that was the issue that we had with Mason Mount, and that's why Mason Mount got sold. Okay, so let's move on to the next story, and the next story is the Moises Caciedo story, which really is the most important story of the day, which is that Chelsea has finally made direct contact with Brighton, and with the idea to basically sign Moises on a permanent deal. So that's what we just waiting for, see what's going to happen. You guys already know. I mean, we've sold like three or four of our midfielders, and all we have right now is Enzo. Kante is gone. Kovacic is gone. Obviously, Mason Mount, if you count him in as a midfielder, but really he's really not. But it's really more or less Kante, Kova, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Those are those three guys pretty much did the bulk of our midfield work. And obviously, of course, Jorginho in January last year, but he was replaced with Enzo. So as of right now, we have, we're at a point where we need Caciedo deal done really, really bad. And not just Caciedo, we need another midfielder as well. So I don't know whether the plan is to buy Caciedo and one more midfielder, or whether it's just going to be Caciedo and then rely on the likes of Andre Santos and Caciedo and all these other younger Chukwuemeka and so on and so forth, which could possibly be what the plan is, especially given the fact that we don't have a lot of games this season. So guys, how do y'all feel about today's news? Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.